I can't believe A, the Vancouver Canucks have lost 4 straight games, and B, I'm feeling this way about it. AKA, I'm okay, because the answer is so clear. And I got theories, a lot of them. Let's do this. Another episode of Locked On Canucks.
Your Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to another episode of Locked On Canucks. My name is Kyle Bowen, okay? That's Kyle Bhawan. Shout out to Surrey, shout out to all my Hindus out there. And man, shout out to all the Canucks fans out there. We got to do this. We got to give you your team every day, aka your Canucks every day. And I think we need this. I think I'm speaking for myself. I'm trying to make sense of my continuing optimism for this team. Again, a team that just did what? They lost to the Seattle Kraken, got really outplayed by the Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken. It hurts. And yeah, they got outplayed for the first time in this 4-game losing streak, in this struggle. They looked really bad. Outmatched, clearly. But man, oh man, we could, dive deep into the, what's the word? Exactly, I don't even know the word. I don't got the definition, okay? I'm just Kyle Bowen. We could go into the ins and outs of why this is happening and the details of the game, but it's, again, so clear that it's the power play. This comment comes from Duck. What rhymes with duck? Exactly. Our power play is horrible. Dude, our power play is poison. Absolute poison. And what I mean by that is it's debilitating, right? It's momentum killing. It's also momentum is never going to happen because this is how we looked on the power play. Again, it's game over when your power play continues to not do anything but struggle for 2 minutes. And it caught up to them today. Because I feel as if in prior games, there were many moments, 5-on-5, where the Canucks could, still attempt to play their game, even though they just had to witness the same guys in their jerseys suck and embarrass themselves on the power play. They wouldn't let it kill them. But today, it looked like that. Today, it looked like they had no chance at ever coming back in this game. And I think it really became game over on the Canucks' last power play. And we could, again, go into the details, right? One of the details, Hronek on the power play, which honestly looks kind of cool at PP2 when he's leading that charge, but we knew that wasn't the solution for PP1 to do, again, the most. And the solution is so clear. It's move Miller back at the top with Quinn Hughes the whole way through. Don't move Miller around so much. Think about what the power play looked like at times today. It was a power play that wanted to give Quinn Hughes the puck less. That's how you want to fix it. You give Quinn Hughes the puck less. That makes no sense at all. They're just reaching. Speaking of which, I got this theory. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is Tocchet playing games? Does he know that it's really not about the regular season? It's really about understanding everything your team can do so you can really lean into its strength. And, they make the Lindholm trade. They have more options. They had the cushion in the standings. Maybe Talkit made up a new plan, and that was, you know what, for 10 games, let's do things a lot different just for experiment purposes. And let's practice it whenever we have practice time, but let's actually use it in the game. And part of the plan is actually following the plan. And my theory is that this was just a 10 game thing, okay? All that randomness, all that questioning, all that chess moving, it's going to stop because it's pretty obvious that all you need to do is move Miller back with Hughes running the show. Move everyone else around, but not those two guys. And if you're going to move everyone else around, please do not put Pedersen in front of the net. Why? Dude, I don't I don't got to answer that. Again, I'm not that worried because I just laid out that theory and maybe Taka just wants to experiment. And part of winning championships is, making moves like this, the games within the games, right? I've never been there. I've never been a champion because it's been 10 games, right? Those guys are smart guys. They play with a lot of great players, a different type of pedigree on the bench for the Vancouver Canucks. They know what's up. They know that it hasn't worked for what, 40 attempts? They know it's probably not ever going to work the way they're doing things. But maybe it was part of the plan for them to do this for 10 games. Just to really get a grip of their options. And this is definitely not an option. And that's trying to do too much and keeping Miller away from that spot in hockey on the power play. You know what spot I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm talking quiet because we got to be quiet on today's episode of Locked On Canucks. Tonight's episode of Locked On Canucks. And that's because we got people singing in the background, okay? Shout out to the Don'tos Art Lab for providing only the West Coast vibes for years and years and years to come. On that note, we do also have a person in studio who's a big Canucks fan and PVR's games, and he doesn't want the games to be spoiled. So I'm doing my best to respect that as well, okay? Because it's not about me. I got one more story too. That's kind of crazy. That's relative to this episode, but man, enough about me. Let's talk about you and you and you and you and you and you. How about this, Raptor man? Look at this comment. What is going on? I can't sleep. I can't breathe. I can't enjoy life anymore. I've been there, man. Look what I'm doing right now. I was gonna save this story, but dude, my girlfriend. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful, and she's got a show right now tonight, somewhere downtown. And I told her I had to go to work. And where am I? I'm watching Canucks games. I'm talking about it. I could probably choose the real option, but like Raptor said, man, what is going on? I can't sleep. I got to talk about it. And that's your Vancouver Canucks, man. This season matters a lot. How about this comment from Rafe? They need time to adjust to the whole lineup with Joshua out. Dude, Joshua is looking he's looking important to, you know, the entirety of the Vancouver Canucks, but more specifically to that third line, right? I remember not too long ago, 4 games ago. I remember this. We could beat you in many ways. One of the ways was by utilizing one of the best lines in hockey via the chemistry, via their play driving, and more often than not, scoring. And that was again one of the best lines in hockey. Bluger, Garland, and Joshua, your third line. And there hasn't been Joshua for what, 4 games? And what's the record? Has it been 5 games? We 1-4? I think so. How about this comment? Okay, the specifics, the details, infamous. The Canucks are not shooting from decent angles for some reason. I think they're overthinking. I think they're not having fun right now. I think they're probably tired. You know how I know they're tired? Yo, I'm tired. I'm tired. We all grinding. We all doing our thing. It's February 22nd. But just as a fan of the game, it's already been a lot. And we've been winning a lot. I can only imagine what it means for them because the schedule, man. Dude, think about this. So over the past week, I've talked a lot about officiating and I've talked a lot about the schedule being in the way of the Canucks, quote unquote, finding immediate success. Sounds kind of fishy. This all being said, I don't think I'm too worried about immediate success with the Vancouver Canucks. They'll figure it out. We just spent 10 minutes talking about the power play. That's what it is. Raj, tough week. Tough week, man. And we got Boston on Saturday, 4 o'clock. I'm still mad about that. Oh, where's the button? Okay, where's the button? This is something else. Okay, why the are we playing Boston in Vancouver in late February at 4 p.m.? Are you serious? That makes no sense. So you've given the Canucks a pretty rough schedule here. You know, they've done the most as far as, playing games and also just bouncing around, racking up the air miles. And when things, seem more clear, seem more stable in the immediate via, being able to play at home, you got to play that first home game 3 hours before you're used to playing that home game. And for what reason? Again, it's Boston. It's late February. Bruh, that's nuts. I don't really listen to the fancy stats, but what are the numbers? What's the data saying, okay? How about this one? Rafe, am I saying that right? Okay, Kyle, you're definitely heartbroken right now. I can hear it in your voice. 4 L's in a row. Dude, I'm only talking like this because, like I said, there's some music being made in the background, okay? I'd be a bit louder. But I kind of like, my predicament. It's calming me down. It's allowing me to see the truth. And I still think the truth is that this team's really good, and their power play is getting in their way. How about their penalty kill? Yeah. Dakota Joshua, right? Oh my God, this guy's making millions. He's making millions. And we just talked about the third line missing him. Yo, the penalty kill? Unreal. You know what? A couple minutes ago, what did I say? I'm here with the people, you and you and you and you. And I could be somewhere else. I could be watching my girlfriend sing, shout out to her. But I'm here and I could do this because, bro, Valentine's Day was what, 8 days ago? And if you know me, they used to call me what? They used to call me what? Now, I'm not going to say it, but the people know. I like Valentine's Day more than I like Christmas. And I love Santa Claus. Anywho, back to the Canucks, okay? How about this? ACS Slayer? It's a gamer tag right there. Anyways, he's talking about the Canucks and he's saying they got the growing pains. They're trying to develop chemistry and a more potent top six that doesn't rely on a lotto line and Garland line game in and game out. And yeah, growing pains, experiments, pressing buttons, a lot of road games. It's a hard time to, do everything that they're trying to do. But the excuses, like this optimism that I have, I know it's going to be thrown out the window if they lose to Boston. And yeah, that has something to do with the number 5, but it has an even bigger. I don't even want to say it, man. I don't even want to finish that sentence. this could go down a dark path. Yo, F Boston, okay? We're not losing to Boston. Say it with me, okay? Boston. What? Boston. I wish I could be louder, okay? And Slayer. AC Slayer. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Anyways, it was his gamer tag. Yo, shout to gamer tag. Shout to the Xbox 360. Doing it. How about this, Mr. Whale, saying that the goatee that I have right now is unlucky. You gotta shave. Ever since I've had it, we've been losing. Bro. Okay. Okay. I'm listening, man. I gotta be accountable, okay? I wasn't gonna say anything towards the inclination that you were right on where you were going. But I realized, I'm 30 and a half years old. Bruh, I gotta be accountable. And Rafe saying you gotta be optimistic to win against Boston at home. Let me know, man. I'll stick around for 2 or 3 more minutes. One love to everyone here. Let me know where I should watch the game on Saturday. In fact, I know I'm taking my girl out Saturday morning for a rendezvous, right? In the woods. Or on a mountain. Hey, it's going to be 4 o'clock, an early game on our way back. Go to downtown. Where do I take her to watch the game? So she can understand me more, okay? Because things are about to get different. Think about it. Think about what I did tonight. And what I didn't do. April's around the corner. Kyle Bound's coming back. She don't know that Kyle Bound, okay? We've only been dating for a couple of years. But that playoff Canuck, car flag, that guy Talpa, come on. She don't know that Kyle Bound. Should we end it on this comment, though? Come on. Scott, are we canceling the Cup parade yet? Bro, I'm so going to Amsterdam Cafe during that Stanley Cup parade. I'm going to find a way, okay? Find a way to just be there at the start of that parade. That would be a very beautiful moment. Hey, speaking of the parade, let's talk about Scott Road. Let's talk about Surrey. Let's talk about Archie Baines. We saw him at the end of the game. 4 minutes left, and he was on the ice trying to help the Vancouver Canucks score a goal, get back into the game. He was one of Tuckett's options. I feel like he was one of Tuckett's options over a guy like Besser and Hoaglander at points in the third period, which is a number of things, right? Not a lot of Canucks players were going today. The options were very slim, and it had a lot to do with Archie playing really good defensively in the third period. He was being a pro. Being one of those guys. Being a lot better than a lot of the Canuck players tonight in Seattle. Which means he's going to play on Saturday. Right? And remember Burroughs scoring against Carolina? Shorthanded? Well, how many games did we lose? What year was that? 8 straight? Was it 08? Was it 09? Was it 08? I think so. Anyways, does Archie Baines have a similar moment against Boston, okay? Finish the job. I think he said it. Right? Finish the job. I'm telling you, there's a story being written right now about your Vancouver Canucks. Stay in the moment. And at this moment, I still trust that we're more than fine. And our power play sucks. Like, it sucks. Our power play. Okay, I'm out of here. My name's Kyle Bowen, KYLEBHAWAN. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab for doing their thing and, just using that West Coast bias. Why not? You got to look after your neighbors before you look after the world. One love to the Locked On Podcast Network for, instilling that culture, right? They say it's your team every day. We say it's your Canucks every day. One love to Trevor Beggs for being the second best dad in the world. Have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night. I don't know when you're listening to this, but hey, we appreciate it. Peace.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks. Part of the Locked On Podcast